Oh, zombie dust.
That's a buddy of mine got this for me, so it's actually
Yep,
very good.
from Indiana. Love them.
Yeah,
Three Floyds. Gumball Head's probably their best one.
is it nice?
Yep. All right.
You can hear me good though.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. Ready?
Yep.
What's up, and welcome to another episode of the Grindline Podcast. This is episode 51, and we are here on Draft Lotto Day, the
Woo!
9th of April, 2019. I'm not wooing yet because I know one way or another we're going to get screwed. But the way we wanted to do this tonight is we kind of wanted to react in real time to the draft lottery. So you will get our raw emotion, whether it be elation or depression, one of the two. I don't think there's any middle ground. And no, there'll be middle ground. If we draft like 4 or 5, I'll be like, meh, okay. But if we hit top 3, there'll be elation. If we hit 6 or 7, there will be depression. So
Well, that's why we have alcohol. So
exactly. But I am here with Ryan tonight. You just
hello.
heard. Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Well, right now I'm pretty good. We'll see how we are in about 20-ish minutes.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Ryan is also newly married, so congratulations, Ryan.
oh, why? Thank you. Sitting next to my lovely wife, aka the fiance from past episodes. She's prepared to throw random comments into my ear during this to make sure that we're on point with our facts, as she usually does.
Is she prepared to throw objects if the draft lottery goes wrong?
I don't know if she'll throw objects as much as I will if the draft lottery goes wrong, but she'll have. She just has to
This
deal with me, so I think that's pretty much enough.
this episode could end rather abruptly if the bingo balls don't fall in our favor.
Well, luckily she's drinking too, so this actually is great for all parties involved. She's got
That's
a nice,
good.
good glass of wine, hefty pour, if you will.
Absolutely. Today might be a little elongated episode. I know the draft lottery coverage is about an hour. We start about 20 minutes into it, but we also are going to do a mailbag. So we'll take questions before this kicks off. We don't know when they're actually going to start counting down, so we may interrupt in the middle to go over it. And we're watching 2 different streams right now. Ryan's got NBC Sports up. I've got Sportsnet up. We'll see what happens. So let's take a couple questions first. Tyler might also jump in the middle of this. I don't know if he texts me, I'll invite him, but we'll see.
It's going to be kind of a whirlwind episode.
Yeah, it's just hold on to your butts, as Samuel L. Jackson would say. This is gonna
Good
get
movie.
crazy.
Good movie.
So we're gonna take a question from Twitter first, where we were asked how far would a top 3 pick move the rebuild forward. And Ryan, I will let you start with that and what your thoughts on a top 3 pick would do to the overall rebuild.
I think the a top 3 pick moves the rebuild up at least a year, if not 2. I mean, I think that we've beat the horse dead enough that we still think that the team is about 2 years away from being effectively competitive. But that's also if all the right moves are made outside of just drafting, be it free agency. But if you can land especially if it's a top 2 player, if somehow a Hughes or Capo slide one, which is very unlikely, but you're getting that level of player anywhere within the top 3, top 4 on a team that doesn't really have that level of player. Yeah, Larkin made that step, but you add another piece. I mean, look what Hirose did in just a few short games. Zadina showed what he can do and being a top prospect, top pick. But these guys will be better than all of those guys combined. Larkin was what, number 15?
15.
15th overall. So, yeah, I think it bumps it up a year. I think it puts them 2 years away from being a true contender because of what the type of roster overhaul is about to take place, and it's what they need. It's what we as fans bitch about and hope for. So that's kind of where I feel about it.
Yeah, I tend to agree there. I think it speeds it up by a couple years. I think if you get a guy like Jack Hughes who can come in instantly and be your second line center in year 1 and put up points and be solid defensively, and then the year after you have a guy like Joe Veleno coming, because with Holland's comments, I don't believe that Veleno will be on the team next season.
Right.
But in 2 years, Joe Veleno comes in. And you've got interchangeable centers on line 2 and line 3. Uh, it's it does speed it up by maybe a couple years. A guy like Kako, when you get that kind of scoring ability, if it translates instantly to the NHL, and I mean not even instantly, in year 2, if he can score at the clip that he scores in the Finnish league, playing with men at 18, I mean he's only going to get better. If you look at Larkin, what Larkin just did at 22 years old, and he might not hit his prime until 25, 26. That's scary.
Mm-hmm.
And Kako, I think, would also speed up the rebuild by a couple years. So instead of being in the playoffs in 2 and maybe a Stanley Cup contender in 5 or 6, you might be in the playoffs. I mean, maybe still in 2, maybe next season, but maybe in 2, and you might be a contender in 4 years.
Yeah.
So just getting those new guys in, getting people around him, I think it also frees you up to make other moves, because if you get a top pick, you're probably going to want to be a little bit more aggressive than you would be if maybe you land at 5 or 6. So
right.
I would agree.
I think
Maybe a couple years.
Yeah, it would add validity, a lot more validity to Ken Holland saying that next year he expects to make the playoffs, even with not so much of a bit of a roster turnover. But I think he, of all people, even though we take his comments and run with it, I think he's expecting a top pick, and that's what you would hope he expects. But if they do get top 3, I think that can legitimize, if you will, what he's been saying and hoping for. And we saw late in the end of the season what a youth and rejuvenized type of roster can do for this type of coaching style that Blashill brings, that everyone still hates, but we'll see.
Yeah, speaking of Ken Holland, Sportsnet just showed him on the screen. Apparently, at 8:30, they're going to start the lottery coverage. So that's in about 5 minutes. They've just been bullshitting for the past half an hour. So yeah, and with the comments Holland made recently on 97 The Ticket, he was on there. He was on Locker Room Cleanout Day. I'm sure you guys have heard the comments. He doesn't sound like he's planning on going anywhere. He kind of shrugged off the idea of him leaving or retiring or moving positions. What was interesting is 97 The Ticket. They asked him, do you want to retire a Red Wing no matter what the capacity? And he did not say yes. He at one point said, I don't know. He said he hadn't had to think about it. He says he loves being a Red Wing, but he never said yes. He never said he wanted to retire a Wing. So I don't know if that pushes us closer to the Holland to Seattle talk, but I definitely thought he would have said yes, I'd love to retire a Red Wing, but he didn't. So that was a little weird for me, but I think Holland, I don't think he plans on moving out of position just to let Stevie in, because he was asked about that too, and he kind of laughed it off and said he talks to Yzerman all the time and has no idea what he's doing. So
this is gonna, to me, I think this is the most awkward offseason that the Wings have faced since I can ever remember. Between the talk of, hey Kenny, are you gonna go? You gonna step aside? Is Stevie coming back? Are we gonna get a top 3 pick? I mean, we have cap space. Are you gonna waste it on guys that aren't getting you to the point that you need to be, or are you going to actually make a move on some of these top tier free agents that are going to be out there, like an Erik Karlsson if he comes out? It's
well, he has said he wants to be up against the cap. He says we are not going to be a team that has a ton of extra cap space. They would like to be as close to the cap as possible. So that, to me, that means he's going to try and bring a couple people in.
Right, but the question is
who?
Is that going to be re-signing Vanek for another friggin' year?
Is that going to be Jacob Trouba?
If it's Trouba, I'm good for it. If it's
Trouba, Karlsson, I'm good for it.
Karlsson, absolutely, but I would also take Trouba because he still brings that extra element to the defense that they don't have. Hronek started showing flashes of what they can do with a good puck-moving guy, but you need health back there, and I think Trouba's been a little bit more healthy, I guess you could say, He's been facing some bumps and bruises the last couple of years, which is a little bit worrisome.
Yeah,
But
he's missing part of his ankle.
Yeah. So what is it with the Swedes and ankles and knees?
I don't know, but imagine Carlson or Truba on the D, and then drafting a guy like Byram, and then putting in Hronek and Chalowski full time,
and Mike Green still.
And Mike Green
if he's healthy.
So, and the other thing that I pulled out of locker room clean out is it's almost 100% guaranteed that Kronwall comes back. Holland's comment was he still has gas in the tank. They can come back and play and produce his team. It's up to him. Now there are a lot of people who are saying, well, if you watch the end of the game, the last game of the season, Kronwall was out there for the whole last minute. He picked up the puck at the end of the game. I think he picked up the puck to give to Caden Fulcher because it was his first ever NHL game. I mean, right from Toledo to frickin' Red Wings.
Right.
So I think you pick it up and give it to the kid for that reason. But if Kronwall wants to retire and if he thinks that's what's best for the team, I think he'll do it. He's the kind of guy that would take one for the team, say I'm done, give myself a little break, spend time with my kids, let the team move forward the way it needs to move forward. He's not going to selfishly say, put me in coach because all I want to do is play. So I understand he feels good, but I think he knows that the kids need to play.
Uh-oh. I don't know where you're at here, but there are cards being walked from old episodes of the draft lottery.
Sportsnet is on a commercial with Nosferatu.
Oh, God. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
I see a bunch of people sitting there. Luke Robitaille's there.
Oh, are they actually showing? See, they're showing like the old views of the lottery right now.
Oh, no. They're just getting a random draft lottery logo fly across. And a dude walking out with a giant stack of cards.
Was it like really slow-mo?
Oh, yeah. Yep. This is just the intro. I think
we're on the same type of intro and broadcast now. I think they switched NBC Sports over to whatever Sportsnet.
So you seen the bingo ball machine now?
Yep. They just showed
We are exactly on time, I think.
I'm sure they're showing Toronto.
I'm getting Team USA.
Oh, nope. Yeah, we're still way off.
Now I'm seeing all the dudes there shake hands. Showing Matthews and McDavid.
They're showing now they're showing Scott Clark, partner Ernst & Young, LLP, walking the cards up.
Oh, okay.
There's all the representatives from the teams. You want me to pause it?
They're doing a flyover right now. On Sportsnet. Yeah.
I think they switched it. It's the Sportsnet.
Now broadcast. I see Gary Bettman with the bingo machine.
Oh yeah, I'm way ahead of you. You want me to pause it and wait for you?
God, he looks old.
All right, now it's to Catherine Tappan and David something. You want me to pause and wait?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Oh.
Because now I see Jack Hughes walking out. What part do you have it paused on? Because I'll tell you when to hit play.
I'm at Catherine Tappan and David Amber. Just started talking.
They're just standing there? Have they started talking yet?
Yep.
So they just introduced themselves.
For the teams excluded is what he
Catherine
just said.
Just stopped talking.
All right.
He just said excluded.
All right. They're showing trade from Colorado and Ottawa right now.
Okay, now hit play.
I think we're like 2 seconds off.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to go here. So speaking of Bowen Byram, our next question is, if Byram is gone, who do you take? So this is assuming that we're probably at – I don't expect Byram to be there. I think he's going to go 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're 5, 6, or 7, who am I taking? So as of right now, and I've seen a lot of people say, well – not a lot of people, but I've seen people say take Cole Caulfield. Now, he's a legit scorer. He isn't projected to go until 13. Some have him at 26. I'm probably taking Kirby Dach, or I am taking Dylan Cousins. I think your 6 through about 10 are razor thin margins.
Yeah.
Not much of a difference between them. So 6 through 10, you're getting still really high end talent, but you're not getting a a talent like Kako or Hughes or even Podkolzin, but we talked about him last podcast where he might be in the KHL for 2 more years and never come over.
Which is terrifying.
So I'm taking a guy like Cousins or I'm taking a guy like Kirby Dach who are pretty versatile and don't only play center. They can play the wing. So what are you doing, Ryan?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Cousins. If he puts some weight on with that 6'3" frame, you get another big body center. I mean, in a way, it kind of reminds me of, you hear a description of Pierre-Luc Dubois. So you got that type of player coming in to try to hopefully make an impact for you. But really going your way, you look at Kirby Dach, though, the same way. He's 6'4". So if they're adding size and skill, I like it because you can tell that's what they've been doing a lot lately. Hey, there's Kenny Holland.
The other guy I'm looking – yeah. Oh, why is this commercial break?
Uh-oh. Did you lose it? I'm on Ray Shiro.
Who are they talking about?
Yeah, oh my God, Joe Sakic looks dead.
All of them look like they need to poop.
Holland looks like he just farted.
He probably did.
He's got that like weird smile on his face right now. Like, they caught me.
Why are they? It's like they backed up their live feed. Hold on, let me refresh this.
Oh, they're showing Jack Hughes. There's Capo.
They just showed Vasily Podkolzin. Now they're showing the top 10 prospects board.
Yep.
Is that what you're on?
Yeah, they're on Vasily right now.
Well, I'm on a board that just says top 10 prospects April with all the names.
Oh, you're ahead of me now.
And now Catherine's talking to Jack Hughes. They just went to Catherine talking to Jack. Well, she's talking to Jack.
Okay, I'm good. I can fast forward.
All right.
It's like Spaceballs right now. What happened to now? We passed it. When? Just now. When?
What were we talking about?
Who would I like to see the Wings pick?
Yeah.
This is the fun one. This is
the other thing I was going with was I was watching videos of Peyton Krebs. Peyton Krebs also looks good. His highlight videos are pretty nuts. He's amazing puck control, good feet, good maneuverability. He can get out of the way, but I think Krebs probably it goes a little lower, closer to 10. Mm-hmm. So I think you're probably looking at Cousins or Kirby Dach at the 5, 6, 7 position right there. But I think Byram is gone at that point.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to make a stretch at a different type of goalie, or not goalie, but a defenseman. I know people are like, oh, Spencer Knight. No, they're not doing that either. So
no,
I think our best assumption is that they're going forward. It doesn't matter who. If you're outside that top 3, you're going best player available. So just like last year.
Yeah, and I mean, if you really want Spencer Knight, if he's like your dude and you really want him still in the first round, I have no problem trading a third and one of the seconds to move up, or like a fourth and one of the seconds to move up for a person who doesn't really think that anything left in the first really makes much of a deal to them. Hold on. He's got a big stack of cards.
All right. He just set him on the table. Where are you at?
He's talking. Bald man is talking.
I'm going to pause it. A bald man's talking? Okay. I think
Ken Holland just coughed. That's where I'm at 15.
Crap, you're just ahead of me right now.
Come on, be Montreal. Cool. Montreal, the Canadiens did not move
Suckers.
Up. Yeah. Suck it.
All right, so Montreal just popped up. Sorry. I think we're about on this.
Yeah.
Thing. 14.
Number 14. Come on, Arizona. The Arizona Coyotes? Cool. Arizona is not in the top 3.
All right, I think we're on the same. I think we finally matched up our feeds here.
Are they going to do it all at once? Because last time they spaced out 1, 2, and 3. Here comes 13. Got to be Florida Panthers.
Come on, Chicago.
The Florida Panthers.
Beautiful.
Nice.
As long as it's not Chicago.
Yeah. Well, the next one better be Chicago. 12 should be Chicago. It should go Chicago, Mini, Philadelphia. The Chicago Blackhawks. Oh,
Minnesota.
Chicago's in the top 3. That pisses me off.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ. Number 11. So this should be Philly.
Skip Chicago, so they're top 3.
This should be Philly. Okay, so Philly is not in the top 3. Oh, this is fucking nerve-wracking.
Wasn't it a 12 seed that jumped in the top 3 last year too?
I think so. Number 10 now should be Vancouver. The Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks. Okay, so Vancouver did not move up. Should be Anaheim. Let's go. Oh God, this is killing me.
See, I'm already pissed.
Should be Anaheim.
Thank God.
Okay, good. Anaheim didn't move.
All right, now here's where things might get broken. If fucking Edmonton.
Yeah, if Edmonton moves up, the world is going to end.
Fucking rigged.
I swear. Oh man, the Edmonton Oilers. Thank God. Okay, so it's a little better. So New York Rangers should be next.
Buffalo's getting. Oh my God.
At 7. If it's us, I'm pissed. New York Rangers. So that means that New York is in the top 3.
Fuck.
So watch us hit 6. Here we go. Here we go. Number 6 is going to be us, and we're going to draft the same place as last year. Yep. Same as last year. Son of a bitch. Watch the Avalanche get the number 1 pick now. So there's your Dylan Cousins. Number 5 is...
Wow.
Yeah. This is rough, man. So that means that Jersey... Oh, come on. The Avs. So it's Jersey?
Are you fucking serious?
No way. So it's Jersey, the Rangers, and Chicago. That's fucking dirty. Come on. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad.
Wow.
I don't understand. Well, so what we have come to realize is that's what happens when you go on a win streak at the end of the season and destroy your draft position. No matter how much you think it's going to carry over to next year and it's going to give you hope and it's going to develop your players and your winning culture. Well, now you're drafting at 6. So you've lost out on the top defenseman because that's going to most likely Colorado. They're stacked on forwards. They'll take the defenseman at number 4. You are getting one of Dylan Cousins or Kirby Dach, which is okay. It's not terrible. But are Dylan Cousins or Kirby Dach going to turn out better than Joe Vino?
No.
There's your thing. So you're getting a 3C at that point. Now, I don't know what you do, but look at Stan Bowman with the shit-eating grin on his face. I don't understand. But that's, like I said, I'll partially attribute that to that win streak at the end of the season. Yeah. That's what it is. And you didn't want to lose. You wanted to win all those games. You felt it was good, and now you'll feel and so we'll already answer the first question. We're not pushing the rebuild back. Or pushing the rebuild forward. It's going to stay on about the same course because the guy that you pick is probably in the CHL, which means he will not be able to come to the NHL next season. Not that he would anyways, because he's not a top 3 pick. So let's answer another question because now I'm angry.
Speaking of, what the fuck is Tyler doing? Because that son of a bitch just tweeted.
Did he? Yeah, he's fucking around. I don't know.
Alec.
He says he just got home.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Well, we're almost done anyways. We got a couple more questions. So, the next question is from Twitter is who is the random guy you want to take in the draft? You got to pick some random dude.
Who's got the sweetest name?
Yeah, just pick the sweetest name. And I'll give my random dude first. With my third round selection, I'm taking Tag Bertuzzi.
Ooh.
It is Todd's kid. He was projected earlier in the year to be a little higher. He's got a pretty great game. He can score goals. He's got pretty good vision, but he's Todd Bertuzzi's kid. If we can get 2 Bertuzzis in the lineup, I'm all for it.
Yeah, ironically enough, he plays for Guelph, huh?
He does. He plays for the Guelph Storm, and I think they are in the championship right now.
For the Memorial Cup?
Yeah.
Nice.
I believe so.
Or is it the Q? Wait, what's that in? OHL. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Man, I don't know.
So did you find a good name? Someone you want to take randomly?
Saw a dude named Barkland. That looked like fun. I don't know. Let's see. Fairbrother. Gianni Fairbrother.
Fairbrother?
Fairbrother. That
We're going
seems
to take
like a nice hearty name.
That's who you want?
The defenseman from the Everett Silvertips. He's a Canadian. 36 points in 64 games. Okay. Not bad. 83. What is that number?
So we'll take him. That's fine.
83 penalty minutes. Looks like he might be a little bit of an aggressor.
Good. His name's Fairbrother, and he beats people up.
6 foot 194.
Wow. Oh my, he's a big boy.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
So that's your random person you'll take. Yeah, I'll take Tag though.
Gianni Fairbrother. There we go.
Tag, I think, like I said, he was rated a little higher at the beginning of the year and end of last year. He was probably mid second round, but now he's kind of fallen to around the 80s. So I think with my third round pick, I'd have no problem taking Tag Bertuzzi. We have a question from Facebook. It's what's your take on the current goalie situation with the Red Wings? So Ryan, do you want to start off with goalie talk?
I will let you, and I will go off what you. Oh, they're back on for the top 3.
Well, then I'll just start talking about goalies until my night is ruined in about 5 seconds. So, the goalie situation right now, you've got Jimmy Howard for another year. If you haven't been keeping tabs on our prospects, Philip Larson has been lights out in the NCAA right now. He took his team to the Frozen Four with back-to-back shutouts. He has been phenomenal. He had a little bit of injury problems, but he came back and just had a stellar season. Oh wait, the bald guy's talking again. Be Chicago.
Anyone out of Chicago, be fucking
Be Chicago.
Thank God, I'm not as pissed.
Good. Okay. Haha. Suck it, Stan Bowman. Maybe you'll take.
It's gonna be fucking Jersey again. They're gonna get another top pick.
Oh, of course they are.
Fucking Edmonton 2.0.
Yeah, they'll never do anything with it either. It's a waste. Watch it. Here it comes. Wait, they're doing number 1? It's going to be the Rangers.
Fuck you.
Oh, my God. What a waste.
Again.
What a waste. Jesus Christ. So, Jack Hughes is going to Jersey. What a terrible place to live, first of all. And then what a terrible team. Yeah, you're right. Edmonton 2.0. Second time in 3 years they're hitting first overall.
You shouldn't be allowed to pick first within a 5-year period twice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unbelievable.
That's whatever, I guess. But back to my goalie take.
Last year.
No. Back to my goalie take, though. You've got Larson, so he's set. He's your goalie of the future, I believe. Philip Larson. Then your backup will most likely be Keith Petruzzelli, who has looked pretty good at Quinnipiac, but the front of him has been crazy good. So he's not getting as much of a chance because the other guys, I believe the first and third goalies are actually leaving to sign with teams. So he'll get more of a chance now, but he had one of the best goalies in the league in front of him, so he wasn't getting as much play time. And then your dark horse goalie is Jesper Eliasson. We drafted him last year, I think, and he's been pretty good over in he's playing in Finland. Ryan, are you too angry to talk?
I'm upset, but I'm excited about Larson because he's in Denver, correct?
Yep.
Is it DU, Denver University?
Yep.
Okay. No, he has had a fantastic season. I believe I've been awful when it comes to goalies in general when it comes to this conversation, but I know that he has helped lead them to the Frozen Four, if I'm not mistaken. And with what Detroit really has in the pipeline, he is now our Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
yeah, exactly. He's our only hope.
Our only hope indeed. So Jimmy's got 2 more years probably if he stays healthy. Bernier, who fucking knows, and then after that, you might as well do a lottery like this and pray for something.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but I think I mean I'm not moving up to take Spencer Knight. No reason. I don't know. Our goalie situation is not as bleak as people think it is. If you do a little bit of goalie research on the current prospects that we have, I mean, we've probably got 5 or 6 in the system. Man, does Jack Hughes look super sad to be going to New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's going to start crying.
He's hooked on Detroit, man.
Yeah.
Those comments he made, I would love to stay around here, but obviously that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our podcast for tonight.
I'm just fucking angry now.
Yeah, great. Our reaction is that you're getting Cousins or you're getting Doc unless Kenny trades down. There's no way you're trading up. There's no way the Devils are trading that pick. They're a dumpster fire. I mean, Nico Hischier's okay, but like we said, it's the second time in 3 years that they've gotten the first overall pick, and Jack Hughes just doesn't look happy about it. So we're gonna end there. Ryan,
in comparison to how he looked at the start, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Either he's tired or pissed, one of the two. So, Ryan, give me your final thoughts and your Twitter handle.
Final thoughts are everything is canceled and ruined. It's stupid. The fucking Devils, their first overall pick in 2 years. Red Wings, I think the quote I saw that put it perfectly is they won two games too many because they would have finished where New Jersey was at and then had their chances for the number 1 pick. And it's all ruined. So, I don't know. I don't have any more final thoughts. I'm just going to start drinking.
Yeah, I'm going
to drink. Twitter handle is RDRyan33.
My final thoughts are we'll get a good player, but I think you should.
Good, not great, Greg. Good.
Yeah, good. But I think what you need to think is, was it all worth it? Was it worth it to go on that win streak at the end of the season to build morale? Was it worth it to not maybe lose 2 of those games to solidify your position, to maybe get a better overall chance? Because it's bingo ball, sure, but you want to give yourself the best percentage and you want to give yourself the hardest route to sliding further. So, I mean, that was the worst possible scenario for Ottawa/Colorado was 4th. I'll take 4th because then I'm getting Bowen Byram.
Yep.
But now I'm drafting 6. The number 1 defenseman's gone by 6. So,
and there's no way they're going to be able to trade up with who's ahead of them in the top 5 slots.
No, not at all. And I mean, I'm not wasting a future to move up a few slots, but it sucks. And just, I mean, they really got to look back and say, was it worth it winning those games? And I'm going to say it wasn't, but they might have a different outlook on it. So you can follow me on Twitter at Bringing the Wing. You can follow the Grindline Podcast Twitter online at Grindline Pod. You can check us out on Facebook. We are on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn. We should be back on Stitcher by now. We also have a Redbubble account for our merch. If you go on Redbubble and search the Grind Line, or if you go on our Twitter page, you'll find a link there. And all of the merch helps us support our podcast, keeps us going, gets us new equipment, lets us do fun stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. For me, Greg, and Ryan, you stay classy, Hockey Town, and fuck the Devils.
Bingo.